We live. All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Three Birds and a Punt. I am one of our hosts. I am Afia. I'm here joined by my friends Whip and John. Say hey guys.
Hey,
Long
hey,
time, long time.
Long time no
hey, how
see.
you doing?
Happy to be here tonight. Now, don't forget, okay, birds, you can subscribe and download Three Birds and a Punt on Spotify, Anchor, Microphone, Apple, YouTube. Please make sure you're subscribing to our YouTube channel where we're on tonight. Okay, you can also follow us on Three Birds and a Punt on Twitter and on Instagram. We are happy to announce that we have partnered with Amaze Labs to be the official Eagles podcast for the Pigskin Network. Okay, thank you, Pigskin Network. All right, we're here to just continue to give you the best content, but also with some ads. So hopefully you can help us. We help each other, and we'll have a good time. I can't wait to tap in with my bros tonight. I'm so excited about this one. Entitled the off season, as you know, uh, the Birds got knocked out of the first round of the playoffs, but at least we were there. Can't say that for other teams. And it's been a while. Lots of stuff has been happening in the sports world, in Eagles world, everywhere. I cannot wait. So let's just tap right into it. Let's just dive right in, okay? Let's talk before we get into any Eagles talk. It's Sixers season, and the Sixers are playing pretty good. They happen to have recently traded for a player. I don't know if you guys may have heard. Goes by the name last name Harden, first name James. I don't know
Middle
if you
name
know.
Beard.
Anyway, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's on our team now, and I can't wait to tap in with my guys to find out what's going on. How do you feel about it? And what are your expectations for the Sixers now that we have added such a crucial piece to the team? So let's start with you, Whip. How you doing tonight?
First and foremost, salutations. It's been a long time, guys. Welcome back, birds. Pigskin Network. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. So we're gonna start this off with a bang. What I think about the Bear coming to Philly, um, it's a gift and a curse, in my opinion. The gift is you got a scorer who can create his own shot and do wonders for this offense, especially with Joel Embiid having an MVP season. That is spectacular for that purpose alone. I think it's going to take a lot of heat off Embiid too. He won't be seeing a lot of double teams, and now it's pick your poison. You know, are you going to double Embiid now, or are you going to double the Bear? And that's going to leave everybody else open. Now, I like the signing. He already said he's going to opt back in after this season, and that connection with Daryl Morey, that means a lot to the Bears. So that's one of the reasons he's here too. And not only that, a lot of cats don't realize, man, he got a lot of friends out here in Philly. Him and Meek Mills is tight, like real tight. So it's a lot of connections out here for James Harden. But back to the NBA prospect of it, or I should say Sixers point, is that it's going to help Embiid tremendously. But here's the curse to it. This is just my opinion. Who's to say something won't happen, then he want to bounce again? Now, a lot of people will say that, we did give up a player who didn't want to play for us no more. Understandable. And we received a player who do want to play. It's only one ball, ladies and gentlemen. And Embiid right now is having an MVP season. And everybody who knows who the Bear is knows how he is with the ball. All right? My man like to shoot. Okay? A lot.
And dribble.
Exactly. So that's why I said it's a gift and a curse. But at the same time, for the Sixers organization, I think it was the best move, especially, with them being in the third place right now. So that's good. Joel averaging 29 a game. That's insane. So
For a
I think
big
it was a
man, this
good.
is out of control.
I think it was a good move. excuse me. We just got to see what happens. You know, I just want to see what happens. I'm not going to be gung ho about the move. I mean, my heart says it, but my mind is like, let's be careful about that. You know, so let's just see. You know, it's the All-Star weekend right now. Everybody down there enjoying their weekend, and he comes back after the All-Star week. So we gonna see, and that's my take on it.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you there. I think there are a lot of pros and cons, of course, but I'm just excited about the dynamicism James brings because we need a shooter. You know, I mean, that's the one thing that we are missing, even though, like you say, JoJo's in the midst of a great scoring season. You know, he's really solidifying his case for MVP of the league, rightfully so. But at the end of the day, I do think expecting the big man to be the final person touching the ball is it's too much to ask for the big man. So I think having James Harden will ease up a lot of those double teams and triple teams that we've been seeing Joe get caught up in a lot. You know, he's obviously learned how to deal with it. You know, he used to get more frustrated and look for the fouls and hunt for the fouls a little bit more. And now he's just kind of I'm better than you. Even 3-on-1, I'm better than you. And he's just attacking the basket.
And he knows it. And he knows it. And he knows it.
Right. And I do think that has led him to playing smarter, swifter, more decisive. And I think that's cut down on his some of the injuries that he's usually dealt with. You know, just understanding himself in relation to the sport more, which comes with a lot of maturity and dedication to the game and dedication to your craft. So I'm happy for that, and I think James will hopefully give us that additional sort of killer instinct piece that we've been missing when we need somebody to take that last second shot at the end of the game. I'm okay for it to be James because I think that JoJo would also be okay for it to be James. Just thinking back on some other last minute shots and how he's always willing to kind of hand the ball off. So I think we're gonna do well in that respect. How about you, John? How do you see Sixers right now and the changes that they've made so far?
I'm excited for it. Honestly, Harden's somebody that we targeted early on. It's crazy how things went with Ben. The whole Ben situation is crazy. Somebody that we deemed as a true legitimate star, like homebred too. Like we as Sixers fans stuck up for Ben through all of his inability or want to shoot, and to get one of the top players, one of the most prolific scorers in NBA history, to pair with Embiid, who is out of this world, like unguardable. It's just going to take us to the next level. I just hope that health and emotions, everything comes to play and everything falls in line for them. Because I think there's no way that if they stay healthy and everybody buys in, that they don't win not one but multiple championships, or at least get there. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, that team that we had with Jimmy Butler, JJ Redick, Tobias, and Embiid, they were that Kawhi Leonard shot from making the finals and winning it all.
See, not to cut you off, bro. You know I gotta be Resident Scrooge again. See, that's the thing that makes me want to butt in. See, that's the thing. That's the
trying to say, Whip.
This is the problem with us Philly fans, man. Especially cats like John Monroe Jr. It's a lot of you out there. You like the Slim Shady of sports, buddy.
What?
It's a lot of
you. What are you talking about?
It's like it's guys like you who was probably saying the same thing when Jimmy Butler was on his team, that they're gonna win multiple championships, and you know,
at least get there to the caliber. They better. I mean, they're close.
You don't think Jimmy Butler could have brought us to the show?
No, I don't. One. I mean, for God's sakes, we had Feminine Simmons on our team. Yeah, I called him Feminine Simmons.
That's the thing. We had a Band-Aid over his.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Let me keep it real with you. For this team to win the NBA championship, another championship because they only got one in 83. They are going to have to get another piece, not just James Harden, dude.
That was something I was going to touch on as well, because in the offseason, there was a report by Zach Lowe saying the the Sixers are looking to free up some money to sign another top 30 player like Bradley Beal.
Guess what? But that's next season. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. This is just my opinion again. I wouldn't have got rid of Andre Drummond because he complimented Embiid so perfect. So now you're missing that second tier of rebounding that you're going to desperately need. Now, there has been reports that recently just came out actually today. And if this is true, this is actually good. That power forward Derek Favors is about to be brought out, and the Sixers is his top destination.
He's Millsap. He's Millsap. He's the same as
Millsap. But he's a younger Millsap. I don't want a 37-year-old Millsap.
He's 30. He's 30.
The dude is 30. Listen, Paul Millsap is 37 years old, bro. He is not who he used to be.
Paul Millsap was fishing with his brother when he got the call that he got traded. So let's take it down a notch with that Paul Millsap stuff.
We need another rebounder, man. We need another guy that can come in here and compliment Embiid when he go to the bench.
They're saying Robin Lopez. Lopez.
Yeah. Well, him too. That's only if he comes here. Dude, I swear to God, on everything I stand for, bro, you are the ultimate fanboy when it comes to the Sixers and Eagles. They just can't do no wrong, regardless of who the hell is on our team, dude. This man always screams championship 24/7.
You know what?
Listen. Just because this man is an eternal optimist doesn't mean that we gotta be like it won't never happen. We have a beautiful blend here on Three Birds team. Okay, we have Whip, who is the pessimist of all pessimists. Okay, it is always empty, not even half full, just empty. It's just empty. Okay, we have John, who is full to the brim. It's overflowing with positivity. Everything is a great opportunity for something else.
You said it.
And then we'll try to keep it all balanced, all left and right and right.
See,
and left.
John the type of guy that he's like a barbarian. When before they say last call, they overflow it to the top, and you just got to sip a little bit just to keep it even. That's John.
Correct. But you know what? I love that enthusiasm, John. I think it's for Sixers fans to feel positive right now is expected because something good just happened. Like John said, this cloud that has been hanging over us since the way last series ended against the Hawks, this whole Ben Simmons thing, the team was competing and doing what they needed to do, but that was a drag on the team. Let's be real. You have a max player who is not playing, actively choosing not to play, for whatever reasons he was citing. For not wanting to suit up for the Sixers. And even though JoJo is having an amazing season, you needed that additional help. You needed that help. And to get, like you say, one of the most prolific scorers in the history of the NBA, I just think that we should be grateful, but also recognize the reality of the situation. But James Harden ain't the James Harden that he used to be, but he's still pretty good. And I think that an older and wiser James Harden who knows his role, who understands that this is JoJo's team, that doesn't necessarily want to steal the spotlight from him in that respect. I think it'll do well, and just briefly, because we got to move on. I want to talk about the Eagles next. Just to speak a little bit on the Ben Simmons thing.
Yeah, I wanted to say
Ben Simmons, when he played for the Sixers fans 100% supported Ben Simmons. Support 100. And accountability do not have to be mutually exclusive. Okay, I can support you and want the best from you, and also demand that you take responsibility for what you're putting out there on the field. Okay, and I think that's where the disconnect between Ben and the fans is that with Philly, it doesn't matter if we're not. AI is one of our most beloved players in this city. And where's his ring? There is no. It's not about the ring. It's about the effort. It's
That's
about the
right.
competitiveness. It's about the tenacity. It's about the willingness to stand up there, get the criticism, and recognize it's coming from a place of love. It's not coming from a place of hatred. It's not coming from a place of disgust. We actually want you to be better. We can see the greatness in you, and we're going to push you to be great. Ben didn't want to be great here. That's
And,
at
You
the
wanna put
end
in
of
the
the
work.
day, whatever else you want to say was going on, Ben didn't want to be great here. If he
Well-
go be great somewhere else,
well,
more power to him.
I gotta say something. Let
What you
me
got?
take
I,
this.
I,
let me-
like I said, Whip is our pessimist, guys.
Yeah, so
what you got to say?
First and
waiting
foremost,
for this.
we're
I
not
was
going to
waiting
even
for
give
this.
that man the title great because he ain't gonna be great no damn where. Okay,
We can
All right.
finally say it.
Ben Simmons has been this way since he was with LSU.
Yep.
The dude is a quitter.
Yeah.
Okay, he's been babied his whole career.
Yep.
He had a pacifier in his mouth the whole thing, and I'm the type of cat, man. Look, even though you're not here no more, to me, that was a punk move out. To use mental health, because that's what I think. That's me personally. Now, let me put this out there for those people that I'm not trying to offend nobody when I say this. Mental health is something you don't play around with. Okay, to try to get a edge on your next contract or what team you play, because it damn sure bothered me. All of a sudden, soon as you get traded, you on the sideline cheering for your team and all this, that, and the third.
I'm
Now,
gonna be there in
I'm
Brooklyn.
not one to tell that man or tell you guys that he really wasn't going through a mental issue, because I don't know. But it damn sure seemed to me he was using that to get where he was going. Now, and if he did play on that, shame on you, Feminine Simmons. Shame on you. Yeah, his name is
No,
Feminine Simmons.
I have to. John, what would you want to add to that?
I was waiting for this moment because what Will just said hit the nail on the head. And we had shows about this. We touched on this, and it's crazy that you were holding that. I was holding that hope, like, oh, I hope he really is going through something and maybe can get help for it. But to use that as a leverage position to get out of Philly is he'll never admit it, but all signs are pointing to it. Chris Broussard from ESPN just had a long podcast talking about it, and it gets me angry. It gets me angry. We defended him, defensive player of the year, but
It's immature, bro.
It's
immature.
immature. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't do that. There's people really struggling. Like, you don't do that.
Right.
How
I think
immature
you
are
I think you hit on a great point, John, that mental health is not a buzzword. Mental health is a real condition in which people are going through severe traumas and severe deficits to their quality of life. And I'm not saying that Ben Simmons didn't have any issues that he needed to work out with a therapist, because I think everybody should go to therapy. I think therapy should be as normalized as seeing a doctor for a checkup, but did it rise to the level of stopping him from being able to do his job? Was his job the reason for his discontent, for his inability to function? That's the key there. That's the key. We're not trying to, I think we get very it's so hard to have this type of discussion in a podcast, 60 minutes, but let's not conflate this thing. Nobody's trying to say that Ben Simmons doesn't have mental health concerns. He said he did. I'm not trying to say he didn't. Did it rise to the level of stopping him from working? That's a different metric. That's a different standard. The Sixers said it didn't. The people that they had to interview him said it didn't. The people that he worked with could not provide documentation to prove that it did. That's what I'm going to go off of. Okay? I know how that works. If you are in a situation where you cannot work because of your job, they would say so. So That's my 2 cents to that. And again, not trying to speak on if he does or does not have mental health. I'm just talking about the standard that it needs to rise to for him to get his money back.
He's a fraud to me. He gonna always be a fraud. His name is Feminine Simmons. His name ain't even Ben no more. He's a fraud.
And on that
and if
note,
you are in eye view of this video, I want you to know my name is Whip, and I'm telling you, you are a fraud.
let me
And
make
if it
sure
ever
that you
comes
know
out,
where you can follow Whip at. If you see down here, I just put the icon on, so
yeah,
you wanna know where you can follow Whip at, just to let him know how you feel.
that's right. Yes, that's the Twitter name. That's right. That's right.
I know.
And-
I
and-
noticed you changed it, bro.
Hey, I'm keeping it. I'm back to the original. And I want you to understand. And congratulations on your engagement, bro. She's a very beautiful woman. But when she realized that your name is Feminine Simmons, she might turn around on you, boy. Okay.
Did you see the article that came out today? She spoke and said that Ben no longer has any mental issues.
Exactly.
It came out today. I was like, what?
Exactly.
That's all right. Let's do what we here for. Okay, this is not the Sixers Podcast Network.
Yeah.
This is the Pigskin Network. Okay, this Pigskin Podcast Network, and we're the three birds in the punt. Let's talk about my Eagles. Let's talk about my birds. Let's talk about a team that actually does identify and have the courage to speak on mental health in a beautiful, positive, and impactful way. You know, BB retired. Brandon Brooks retired, and I just want to give a quick shout out just to say that one of the best right guards we have ever had.
Hey, listen.
And if not for the injuries, he was bringing a Hall of Fame resume.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. That man ain't no longer here. Man, let me tell you something. And
you are not a Brandon Brooks fan? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. What I mean by that is not in a bad way, is because we knew how great he was, but he wasn't always on the field, is what I mean.
Right, because the injury.
I'm not this. I love Brandon Brooks, man. That's my guy. But I say thank you, Lord, is because now that was a man who was really going through some real mental issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad that he retired, not just because of what he was going through, but he also he's going to retire in Eagle too. We already know this, and he's a Super Bowl champion. Right. Okay.
No,
so I say thank you, Lord, to that, because we had the opportunity to win a ring with this man. And it was time, man, because everybody kept asking, when is Brooks coming back? You know how it is to have your Twitter.
Well, I mean, let's just be real with the right guard spot was the weakest link on the team.
Correct.
We went through a lot of different players.
That's why I said what I said.
So we really did need him. So I understand why he retired. I'm not going to hold him back from that. It is a shame though, because like you said, when he was healthy, when he could be on the field, he was producing amazingly, astronomically. It's just that unfortunately his body caught up with him. That's a big boy trying to do some big things.
Hey man, that's what happened. Listen. I'm not a football player, and I used to play. John did too. We can both tell you, football injuries catch up with you, man, and it ain't no joke. Y'all see my Twitter name, right? Y'all see that up there? Look at the bottom. It's a name. That name was there for a reason, and it's because of them damn pains. Correct. You understand me? All right. Correct. So that lady that y'all see scrolling right there got a lot to do with what I'm talking about.
I switched it up. We're gonna have everybody for our inaugural show. We're trying to throw everybody out here. But yeah, no, I agree. The injuries are catch up to especially old linemen, and he had such crazy injuries, two ACL tears, a shoulder, a pec,
Yeah, he's been through a lot.
Just out of control. So we wish BB the best. But yeah, let's get into the Eagles off season, the rumors, what's potentially going to be happening. What are we going to be doing at quarterback? As always, the most important question on Eagles fans' minds. Let me start with you, John. I know you missed the optimist, so I want to hear your positive take on our season, how it ended, and what you think is going to happen moving forward.
He was drooling. As soon as you said his name, as soon as you said that, look, he was drooling. Go ahead, John.
I was disappointed how we played against the Bucs. We played so poorly.
Wait.
Right?
You was disappointed.
Disappointed.
Wow.
I was at that game.
We didn't show up.
Did I tell you guys? I actually was at that game.
I felt so bad for you. It was entertaining, but
at least I got to see Tom Brady before he retired.
Boo. Boo.
I think we have a lot of strengths that we didn't have before the season started. We have some young guys that play really well. TJ Edwards, what the heck? Josh Sweat. We got dudes playing now. People we drafted or picked up as undrafted players actually contributing, like being a part of the nucleus going forward. So I think offensively, they got to figure out what they're going to do at quarterback. Whether they give Jalen another year. And all signs just pointing to them giving Jalen at least this full year. But
did he just say all signs point to Jalen getting another full year?
And not let me pick it back off what you just said. You know that started laughing, right? Is because you Mr. Dr. Positivity. There's nothing negative when it comes to you. So when you said QB1, Jalen Hurts, I started laughing because in my mind, I know your brain is like, don't you say it, John. You know, you better not mention his name. So
Russell Wilson?
So let me be the guy to ask you. And I know Afia gonna love this. So let me be the one to say it. Do you get rid of Hurts for Russell Wilson, John?
Ooh. In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat, yeah. In a heartbeat, yeah. I think we have to.
Before the Eagles drive.
I want you to think about what you just said, Mr. Monroe.
Mr. QB1 can get got real quick.
So yes. Now here's another thing. Are you giving up 2 number ones to grab this old man? Because he's in his 30s now.
I'm giving you
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Sorry, John. I not to cut you off. Sidebar. But QBs play 10, 15 more years past 30.
I do. But I just like to throw the little monkey wrench in John.
Okay. All right.
Just to throw it at him. I know this. But John,
you had his
are you giving up 2 number ones?
I'll give a 1-1 and a third. See, we got to see if I was Howie, we got to come to the table, work it out. Because Russ, he better lift that trade.
Now, so check this out. I would give a number 1, just 1,
and a 3 maybe,
and a 4. I'll give a 1, a 4, and Jalen Hurts. That's what you get.
A 1, a 4, Jalen Hurts, and Andre Dillard.
There you go. that right there. Yeah, look, she just said it. That seals the deal. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there's also another QB out there who was in legal trouble. From what I'm understanding, is clearing it all up now, and he was in a city that starts with an H, and he's a younger version of the guy that you are seeking. He's younger. To me, right now, is better. His name is Deshaun Watson.
No.
And he's looking for a home.
No.
So okay, so
I know you didn't throw that question to me. but I'm gonna answer it anyway.
Okay, so I got your vote, but wait, this is where the positive John is gonna get more positivity mixed in. So John, let's go back to what I asked you the first time. What do you give up to get Deshaun Watson?
I'm not giving up 2 1s or 3 1s or whatever they want.
So what are you giving? So if Deshaun Watson, his agent, contact Howie, dead man Roseman, and he sit there and say to you, well, Deshaun Watson want to come be your quarterback in Philly. What can you provide?
Perfect. Jalen Hurts. We'll give you the 1-1. We'll give you a 4. We give you Andre Dillard, and we give you Rodney McLeod on a
Rodney McLeod
cash
under contract.
considerations.
So Afia, okay, we already got Mr. Positivity's vote of confidence. What you giving him?
Nothing. I'm going to say thank you for your call. Thank you for your call. But we're looking at a different direction. We appreciate your business, okay? And I'm gonna hang that phone right the fuck up, okay?
Now, can I ask why?
Can I ask why? Yes, absolutely. You can ask why. Because I believe women and I believe victims, and the NFL is a sport and a product and a game. And we should never forget that, because real life is real and real life matters more.
I agree.
And because of that, I cannot root for a team that will support and harbor and post up at his franchise quarterback a man with as many allegations as Deshaun Watson does. And from what I've read, they are credible enough that even though he may not ever get any type of criminal adjudication of what happened, and I understand the civil part will maybe always be sealed, something happened.
So let me ask you a
that's
question.
enough. That's enough for me. It's enough for me to say I will take my chances with the next upcoming draft and all the QBs that are coming out there and all the talent that's coming out there. I'd even be willing to give Jalen another year, even though I think I've made my stance on Jalen extremely clear. And I also think that the media climate around him coming to our city is not conducive for you have a young coach who's trying to build a program, and he's trying to solidify a lot of principles about family and openness and community and this, that, and the third. And to bring a polarizing figure like Deshaun Watson to our city, where you know how our media is, he will never have a moment of peace. None of our players will ever have a moment of peace. They're all going to have to get sick and tired of answering for their QB every single damn media session. It's not worth it. Go to the freaking Bucks. Go to the Broncos. Go to fucking the Washington Commanders or Commanders or whatever the hell their new name is.
So
Captain Commander.
So here's my take on it, because I got you guys' take about the Russell Wilson and the Deshaun Watson and the massage thing and any other QB. So here's my thing. And don't forget about Kyler Murray either, guys.
Yeah.
But so here's another thing. And this leads right to our guy, Howie Roseman. No. I'm not giving you shit. I'm not giving you no first. I'm not giving you my second first or my third. I'm not giving up no first round picks for none of these guys. You want to know why? Because the Eagles' Achilles heel has always been their defense. Okay? These guys have not drafted. They have not drafted a legit linebacker since Jeremiah Trotter.
Right.
Okay? And that's a long ass time. Now, there are rumors out there, and you notice I say there are rumors out there that the Eagles refuse to draft a linebacker. Okay? Now, John, Mr. Draft King himself, you already know it's a lot of linebackers about to hit this draft day coming up soon. Okay? If I'm Howie Roseman, and thank God I'm not, but if I was Howie Roseman, okay, I'm keeping all three of my number ones. I'm not trading none.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to get back to 2017, okay, when the Eagles ran out that damn field with dreams and nightmares on, you're gonna need all three of those picks. Okay. And you freed up a lot of money to attack free agency the way you need to. Okay. Also, there's also rumors, and my co-host, Miss Sophia, explained to me earlier, because I didn't see it, but I heard of it, that this may be Howie Roseman contract year. This is
That's
it.
our last topic for the night, bro. Let's tap into that later. But yeah.
Okay, so now if that is the case, you know he gonna show out. He like, yo, I'm not gonna lose my damn job. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put together another Super Bowl team just like I did, and I'm gonna come out there guns a blazing.
Yeah.
All right. So
I mean, well, I don't disagree with you. I agree with you 100% on that. Like we have a lot of defensive needs. So I agree with you that it would be better for us to continue to just focus on building up through the draft and preparing, for sliding in the QB later. But I think that the Rams situation has taught maybe people that to go all in sometimes. All you need is a QB. So I could see a situation where the Eagles, who have always, like you say, neglected the linebacker position, always neglected the safety position, only really think about the line, say to themselves, okay, give up a first round pick for Russell Wilson. Our O line is great. We use 2 of those first round picks on defensive ends, get the end line working, and we're back in the Super Bowl. Like I can see where they can make an argument for that, and I would be persuaded that that's a good argument, because that's the same strategy that won us the Super Bowl in 2017. We didn't have good linebackers back then. I mean, Jordan Hicks was our best, and he got hurt, 8 games in. So who did we have? We had Nigel Bradham, and we had
Nigel,
Michael Kendricks. Okay,
Michael Kendricks.
Right. Okay, those were the guys.
But they was better than the linebackers that we got today.
Oh yeah, I agree, but they weren't that great. They weren't that great, because guess what? When they left with us, they really wasn't sitting with nobody.
Actually, Bradham was nice.
I love Bradham, but that's my point. But that's my point, guys. It's like,
we never had 2 or 3.
Do y'all remember when Howie Roseman? I don't know if you guys. I'm pretty sure y'all Howie haters just like me. I'm pretty sure y'all remember when he drafted Miles Sanders. That ass Holio went on TV. He was like, "Hey, Philly, look, I drafted a running back." He's being real sarcastic. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So how about you be sarcastic again, you damn little? Oh, I can't stand that little bastard.
With the
how about you go ahead and do the same thing again?
Listen.
I want Devin Lloyd from Utah.
Have
you seen Devin Lloyd, the linebacker from Utah? That boy, I'm telling you, that boy is going to be like Bobby Wagner.
There you go. See that finger?
That boy is Devin Lloyd from Utah. Whew.
I agree. We should again riot if not one of those 10 picks are used to draft a linebacker, and draft a linebacker early.
Yes.
But also, I you know how I am. We'll talk about it later on in the show. We got to get to our ad break right now, but you know how I am when it comes to Howie and drafts, and so I don't have much hope for anything. I'm just here for the laughs, to just laugh about it. But let's get into our ad break, okay? All right. My first ad. Hope y'all like it. Hoop fans, the latest offer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is too good to pass up. I'm talking between the legs, 360 windmill good. New customers can bet just $1 on any team and get $150 in free bets if they win. It's that simple. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still take your shot at a big payday. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes with the DraftKings daily fantasy basketball content. DraftKings is giving new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Okay? So what do you have to do? What do you have to do to get this amazing deal with DraftKings? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code TPPN, what you see scrolling down at the bottom of your screen right now, and bet just $1 on any NBA team, maybe the Sixers, and get $150 in free bets if they win, okay? That's promo code TPPN at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 minimum age and location requirements vary by jurisdiction. Please see DraftKings.net/.sportsbook for full list of requirements and state-specific responsible gaming resources. Void where prohibited. Minimum $5 deposits. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER In Tennessee, call or text the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. In Connecticut, call 888-788-777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. All right. Go Sports King. Go NBA All-Stars Weekend.
That's right.
All right. Now, I want to get into just talking about the entire NFL. Okay. Not just the Eagles, but the rumors that are heading around everywhere. Okay. Because I think this is setting up to be one of our most prolific NFL off seasons. We talked about 3 quarterbacks that could potentially be on the move. I can honestly think of 5 to 6 quarterbacks that could be potentially on the move this off season. It just really is no telling. We are in a quarterback scarce world as always, right? If you don't have one, you're looking for one. So it'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen there. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on with some of these legal situations that the NFL is dealing with. I've been telling people a lot that the product of the NFL has never been better, but the brand has never been worse, right?
Yeah,
I think
bad,
that is a great way of putting things, because the NFL is getting haymakers left and right, and they deserve it because they crazy out here. So I want to tap in with you guys. I'm going to start with you, Whip, first. My resident pessimistic Negro Damas. And get your opinion on what's happening in the league, and when the dust settles, where will everyone be? What do you think?
First and foremost, man, no more Tom Brady. Wait. Think about that. No more Tom Brady.
It's the nice.
I got just one thing to say.
Please go.
One thing to say, because I love your point. To your point, Tom Brady. I saw this little article on Pro Football Talk a couple weeks ago that was saying that. Did y'all see that article?
Yeah,
Tom Brady wants to go to the 49ers, and that he may have retired to get out of the Bucks.
He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it.
Listen, honestly, until the season starts, Tom Brady hasn't retired to me.
Good point. But for right now, that basket's going.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. And look, you want to know who's more happier than we are? Them damn New York Jets. Okay? I know them damn Jet fans is happy as all hell. They probably had a Super Bowl party that we ain't even know about when that motherfucker retired. Real rap. But let me say what I have to say about that. Yes, there is a lot going on in the National Football League, man, and Afia touched on it, you know, with the what's the name? Brian Flores?
Brian Flores,
yeah, yes. Brian Flores.
Man, listen, man, that right there, that hit a jugular vein, like real rap, okay?
Yep.
Here's the thing. Now, the Steelers organization, they smart. They said, you know what, we got to hire this man like 911.
Yes, they know he got a case.
Listen, they know he got a case. You got to keep in mind, man, the good old boys in the National Football League, they don't want their
32
emails.
Owners, they talk all the time. They gossip like schoolgirls.
Yeah, man, listen. Them boys out there in Steelers country, like, man, listen here. We're gonna hire this man right now. We're gonna hire him right now.
Excuse me, if I remember correctly, what's the name of the rule that allows all minority coaches to have the Rooney rule? And who owns the Steelers?
The Rooney family.
The Rooney family. Thank you, John.
Yeah, exactly.
Jr.
So that's
the Rooney family. Okay?
And that's my whole point.
Connect the dots.
Correct. So that's my whole point. They like, look here, man. We got a lot of laundry that's dirty, baby. All right, and we all right. We ain't gonna let this out. We gonna keep our laundry clean. They say we gonna keep our intake clean.
They hired a lawyer, and the first thing she did was like, guys, if he doesn't have a job, that's gonna be a problem.
Yes.
And they're like, oh yeah, you're right. He needs to be hired.
You already seen what Roger Goodell put out in the letter, man. He put the letter out there. Now, even though he worked for all the damn owners, he still got some legal obligations to put out there. So all that's going to do is open up the floodgates for all them good old boys in the NFL, we need to see your emails and your documentation for the past 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
You know,
Imagine
and
where
they don't
stand.
want to open up that, man. You know,
Right.
that
Discovery-
Pandora box.
Pandora's box.
No, the NFL does not want to get to. It's there's a legal term for this type of thing called discovery. The NFL does not want to get to discovery because when the opposing counsel gets all the emails and all the things and all the documentation that shows what's really going on, they look underneath the hood and see all the real transactions. You know, it ain't gonna be pretty. It's like the that sexual harassment investigation that's right now just tearing apart the Washington football team, the Commanders, whatever.
Oh, you mean Commanders?
I prefer the Washington football team. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
So,
you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so glad you said that because was they drunk when they came up with the name Commanders? Why did that name sound like some damn 1980s cartoon show that came on Saturdays? The Washington Commanders.
Captain Commander.
Yeah, like, dude, then I don't know if you guys seen it, but like when they revealed the name a couple of weeks ago, you had some of these Washington fans going out there coming up with a new slogan for them. I'm looking at them. Look, my face is like this. Look,
Charles Mann.
I was like, "Are you serious, yo? Like, really? That's how y'all getting down today in 2022? Like, that's pathetic, man. All right, they should be a damn shame of themselves naming their damn name the damn Commanders."
Charles Mann, Hall of Famer Charles Mann from the Redskins. He spoke out against the name. They asked him about it. He was, I don't like it.
It's stupid, man.
Commander.
Wait.
Yeah,
I would rather you just be the Washington
I'm
football
not a fan
team.
of the name. I don't know if it inspires any level of like enthusiasm for the team, and then everything else that the team's got going on behind closed doors is pretty toxic.
They had an opportunity,
but this is just a shitty name.
They had an opportunity.
Purely on a football branding perspective.
Wait,
it's a shit. Like you had months and a team of people to workshop. And
no, but wait, they
things.
had the best name. They had the best name on the list, and they didn't pick it. They was going to have the Washington Red Wolves.
The Red Wolves was the best one.
That was the best name.
They had one that was the Washington Red Tails that I thought was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That could have been close too.
Yeah.
It just would have been tails and not skins.
The Red Wolves would have been nice, actually.
So I don't get it, but you know, hey, look who their owner is.
Yeah,
exactly, right?
Did you see the report? You're trying to force them out. They're trying to force Snyder out.
Good.
To your point, John, him and that guy over in Houston, Mr.
McNair, I think.
What they call him? What do they call? You know that movie with that the guy that died. And he was a wealthy kid, and his dad gave him all this money and a business, and he didn't know what to do with it. What the heck was his name?
Not the character from
I know you know what I'm talking about, but I can't remember his name. He died. The guy died. It's not coming to me. But anyway, Kyle McNair and Dan Snyder are the two worst owners in the NFL. And unfortunately the NFL, because they have so many scandals, everybody's got something to hide. I don't know if y'all saw, but Dallas the other day just revealed that they themselves had a sexual voyeurism case that they just had to settle for $4.6 million. Because in 2000, this was years ago, but they knew that it was coming to light. You know, in 2015, a senior executive was spying on cheerleaders as they undressed, and you know they had a civil lawsuit against him. So I think that they're not the only team with these type of skeletons, and that's why they don't want to force Dan Snyder out because
Correct.
They know that everybody's getting a reckoning if that happens.
He say if I go down, you're gonna go down with me, buddy.
You're going down with me.
Take the pacifier out.
That's right.
Yep. Absolutely. So, and I just think, you know, it's obvious to the fans what's going on, and it sucks because the product is great. Like, football has never been better. The game we just saw with, I don't care for Matt Stafford too much. But the game we saw, Joe Burrow and everything that we saw, just a great game. It was a great playoff series. Okay, the fact that the Bengals made it to the Super Bowl is exactly what the NFL wants. That's why the NFL is the best product of entertainment currently on TV right now, because of the parity, because you don't know who's going to make it, and now that Tom's out of the way, hopefully that will be even more true than it
put a
ever
smile
has
on
been
my
before,
face every time you say
right?
that. Yeah.
Right? So
It make me
let's
happy.
let's get into this QB carousel with the time that we have left. Okay, I mentioned that there was let's say 5 or 6 QBs that may end up somewhere else. We talked about Russell Wilson potentially going somewhere else. We'll see what happens there. Kyler Murray we've been hearing a lot of things about Kyler Murray's immaturity, about his leadership qualities, about his ability to be a good teammate. And so we'll see what's going on in Arizona, right? As you mentioned, Deshaun Watson wants out of Houston, and they want him out of Houston. So what's going on? Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay. The Niners don't really need him anymore if they get Tom Brady, or if they allow what's his name? I forgot who they trade. Trey Lance to step up,
I like Jimmy G.
You like Jimmy G?
I do.
I like him, but he's
I think
not.
he's scheme specific.
Yeah,
I don't agree.
When the play breaks down, he's not.
The reason why I say that, it's listen. I can almost guarantee you right now, and I mean this when I say this. You put Jimmy G behind a real offensive line, a legit one that can protect him, he will carve you up, man.
Yeah, that's true.
He will carve you up. Okay. I know it's a lot of Eagle fans out there that's probably in eye view of this. I wouldn't have no problem if Jimmy G signed with the Eagles, man. I would honor it, because I think you put the Eagles O-line in front of that man, and you put another running back, a real, a legit running back. Not saying that Miles ain't legit, but somebody that get the job done, like one of them down runners,
can stay on the field.
One of them boys that hit that hole. Man, listen here, yo. And I promise you, Devontae Smith will have what's the name numbers that he put up. Chase numbers.
No, I definitely think.
Yeah.
I think he's the type. I've been kind of having this discussion with a couple of people for a bit now, where I've figured out that I think the Super Bowl showed us, in my opinion, that you can't really just get by with a mid QB, right? So, even if you have a good line, even if you have a good run game, even if your defense is great, your QB can't be mid. And when I say mid, I mean like mid to average. I'm talking about Kirk Cousins. I'm talking about your Ryan Tannehills. I'm talking about your Carson Wentz, honestly, at this particular point in time, right? I'm just talking about your guys that they're not necessarily going to lose you games, but maybe they're not going to win you games. Like Kirk Cousins, maybe he'll win you like 8 games. Okay, but he's not, when everything goes wrong, he's not the one they're looking to make sure everything goes right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was going to wait. I was waiting for you to say that, right, Carson Wentz?
I know. I'm saving the best for last, bro. I'm saving the best for last. But no. My whole point being is you need elite QB play in today's NFL if you want to be consistently successful. You could get by with little bits and sparks, but everybody wishes they had a Pat Mahomes, a Joe Burrow, a Russell Wilson at one point in time, Aaron Rodgers. Okay, everybody wants to have that type of guy, even though we need to talk about AR because 13 years he's doing this, he's doing that, 1 Super Bowl to his name. That says something to me. I don't know. I mean, you show up small on the biggest stages. That's all I gotta say.
The Packers were the favorite to win it all at one point in the season. Remember, like week 13, everybody was like, "Damn, the Packers!"
Back-to-back 13-3 seasons. You're the number 1 seed 2 out of 3 years, and you still can't make it past the second game. Something ain't right there. I just don't know if he has the mentality to want to be a winner. I don't know. He's good. He's great. He'll go to the Hall of Fame because of all his individual accolades. But as a team player,
he need an O-line. He need an O line.
Yeah.
Man,
He was getting hit,
Need an
that
O
to
line.
me is that's me. No, I just think Aaron
That's-
Rodgers shows up small in big moments, like
A lot of
when you
people,
need it most.
a lot of people do not put a lot of emphasis on how serious NFL teams need to upgrade their O line.
I agree. I
Okay,
agree.
a lot of people say quarterbacks this and that, and I agree with that. But them quarterbacks ain't nothing without them O lines.
See,
O-linemen.
but here's my argument to that. Whip, I would be inclined to believe you if they didn't go 13-3 with that O line. Okay, so to me, to hear you say that in the regular season that O line wasn't a problem, but then in the playoffs all of a sudden it becomes a problem when you have supposedly this great guy, Aaron Rodgers, who's supposed to be the guy that elevates from these deficits. That's why you get 13 wins. Honestly, I just think there's a switch, and it doesn't turn on for him in the big games, and it should, and it doesn't.
I mean, I put it like this: next year is going to determine either he's going to win it or he's going to retire. I really believe it. But on to better news. Because
on to the topic you want to talk. Yes. So this idea that Carson is one and done in the NFL. I mean, not NFL. Indy is
what
crazy.
A fall.
Crazy that the rumor is just even going around anyway.
What a fall
John, what are
from
you trying
grace.
to say?
What a
it's
fall
a crazy fall
from grace.
Crazy fall from grace.
Man, listen.
He has nobody to blame but himself. He has nobody to blame but himself. So that's why to me it's not even something to discuss so much.
But wait, no, John. Let me say this real quick because and Fia had to tell you, I want to get this off my chest, bro. I don't never, and I want to say this to everybody. I don't never ever wish nobody bad, man, unless your name is Ben Simmons, okay? But Carson Wentz put this on himself. You know, you wanted out of Philly, you got your wish. You went to Indianapolis and you was bragging and boasting and going on talk shows, and this is the place where me and my wife want to be at. I can see me winning multiple championships here, this, that, and the third, yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera.
One season later.
Guess what? And with that, what they say on SpongeBob? Meanwhile. And all of a sudden, they don't want you there no more. Now, ain't it ironic, guys, that now he may be returning back to PA?
Yeah.
I do think it's very ironic. There's almost a little bit of just a little enjoyment in that idea that he's coming back to the Keystone State and potentially having to deal with some level of Philly fans or some level of PA fans.
He's gonna deal with me for the rest of his career.
It's just interesting to me, like you say, Whip. Like this is entirely of his own making. I mean, there's not very often that a player requests a trade and then goes to their preferred destination. It should have gone well for them, and that it didn't is because he's stubborn. And that's it. He's stubborn, and his stubbornness could very well see him out of an NFL job soon. Or regulated to a backup role, whichever one comes first. Like I don't know if he's willing to be a backup. I don't know if he'll just leave. I don't know. Don't care. Honestly, it's the trade is the trade. We won the trade. If the one thing you could say, our last topic of the day is talking about the upcoming draft and Howie and things like that. But the one thing you could say about Howie is he knows how to trade. I will never shit on his ability to be masterful in value of player to compensation. It's great. It's bar none, hands down, some of the best work I've ever seen, because the fact that he got a 1 that could have been a 2 and a 4 for Carson, and now they're like, bye, is just insane. But even speaking on, just quickly, 2 more seconds on this, guys. I just want to say kudos to Chris Ballard for not falling into the same line of thinking that a lot of executives fall into, where they get scared of being wrong, so they double down and they get sucked into the sunk cost theory, right? Where you believe that if you put more and more investment into that initial investment, you'll finally get your money's worth, and it never happens. Like, kudos to him for taking an honest look at the situation and saying, look, we thought that this would be a great trade. I pulled the trigger. I would still do it because at the end of the day, you need a QB. If you don't have one, you're looking for one. We thought we would get a QB. Our team is set up to win now. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to win now. And it didn't pan out. And instead of waiting another year and wasting another year, we're just going to wash our hands of it and go our separate ways. Kudos to him.
You know what's crazy? Remember in the preseason after the trade went down, one of the indie beat writers already was calling for them to get rid of Carson. And then now we're at this point where he's not even there. Like what's going on in the world, man? I'm like,
something happened in the background. To me, it's not just his play, because statistically his play was not that bad. I mean, 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He had a pretty good completion rating. Like from what I understand, statistically he was a good QB last year. It's just that maybe because he didn't get the vaccine, maybe because they didn't show the leadership that he wanted to show, maybe because he made a lot of boneheaded plays at the end of the game. I can't say.
Throwing into triple coverage in overtime and losing the game for your team. He did that like for the last 7 weeks. It was crazy. I remember us having our Eagles game over and watching Carson completely eviscerate in the fourth quarter, and I'm like, damn, that's oddly similar to 2019 when Carson was here, and when everybody was like, oh, it's the team, it's the O-line. It's not the O-line.
Well, we got no one to blame. He too also had a bad O-line situation. Well, from what they've said, he had a bad O-line situation in Indy this season. A lot of their players went through COVID, and a lot of their players weren't at their best. And he himself, whatever.
At the end of the day, is what goes around comes around.
Correct. This is exactly 100% what you asked for, and it was on you. All the responsibility laid on Carson to nail his audition with the Colts, to stay with the Colts, and he did it. And that's a personality trait. It has nothing to do about his ability to throw a football. We know Carson Wentz can throw a football. We know that he can throw a football pretty well. It has nothing to do with that. It may have to just do with his personality. We don't know. All right, y'all. Let's get into our last topic of the day. My man Whip has been talking about this and dying to get into this conversation all damn day. So let's talk about it, okay? The NFL draft is coming up. We have 10 picks. 3 in the first round, which is unheard of. It is an unprecedented opportunity to rebuild this team from the ground up through the draft in a foundational way with a lot of homebred pieces. And our top guy is Howie Roseman. And he's the one who's going to be picking these picks. And so I want to get you guys' opinion on, should we be excited? Should we be scared? Should we be numb? What should Birds fans be feeling about Howie Roseman and this upcoming NFL draft? Let's start with you, Whip.
I'm not even excited no more, man.
Well, you were excited earlier. What happened?
Because as soon as she said the name Howie Roseman and the way that she said it, it just drowned me, dog. It's like, when I said Howie Roseman earlier, I was excited about the draft. But as soon as she said it, when she said Howie Roseman, like my whole, you remember Tom and Jerry when Tom was flipping that nickel when his life was like that? That was me, dog. As soon as she said that, Mike, my whole demeanor just changed. He gonna fuck it up. He is. Like, let's keep it real, He is. He's gonna fuck it up. And I'm not going to prepare myself to be excited. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it. Because you know what's going to happen? We're going to want to go after, what's the boy, the linebacker? Devin, what's his name again?
Devin Lloyd.
We're
Devin
gonna
Lloyd
want to go
Jr.
after him. Then they're gonna say, with the 16th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select Marcus Smith. We're gonna be like, what the monkeys? I'm not even going to set myself up for that. So you want to know what I'm going to do, John? I'm gonna pass it to you, brother, and let you tell me and tell them what you feel, because
I appreciate that. And I appreciate that, brother. I'm going into the draft. I'm always excited, but to have 3 first-round picks, I don't think you can really go wrong, unless but like Whip said, I can see him making a pick, like a dude from a center from Arkansas State. We're like, wait, he wasn't even on the board for the first round. I can see him like doing that, and then us 2 years later saying, "Damn, we could have got such and such for Florida State. This dude's a 12-sack dude. He was right there." Actually,
he the type of dude that would probably bad Jake from State Farm. He that type.
This draft is historic for receivers, linebackers, corners, and safeties, and there's some good ones. I hope that I hope that Howie really trusts his draft personnel, and they really like hone in and do their thing and do their homework and get the best players available, because I don't know if we'll ever have 3 first-round picks again. So they really had to capitalize. It starts with defense. They got to – honestly, I think they had to go linebacker, corner, and defensive end. And there's 3 guys I fit mentally in those spots.
If they go with all 3 of those things that you said, man, not only would I go down to the Norfolk Kid Complex, I will let Howie Roseman slap me as hard as he wanted in my damn face just because he did something that I thought he wouldn't do. I say, go ahead, man, take a shot right here. I'll let you tear my face up. But you want to know why I know that's not going to happen? Because we talking about Howie freaking damn Roseman.
He's going to get cute.
That's what he y'all remember the video when the boy, one of the executives didn't even want to shake his hand when he drafted the dude. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, they drafted Milton Williams.
Milton Williams is nice, so what are you gonna say about it now?
Yeah, but at that time,
Tom, where you at now, Tom?
That Milton Williams pick could have been a legit superstar that's on another team right now.
Yeah.
But, all right, that's a good point, Whip. That's a good point. No, I'm not here to fight you on that. I think, like, my opinion on Jalen Hurts, my opinion on Howie Roseman is well known. If you follow me, your girl, according to a field, let me put that banner up so you know where I'm at. If you follow me, then you know I don't make no secrets about my opinions about Howie and my opinions on his ability, where I think he's good and where I think he's bad, okay? At his job, personally. Professionally, I have no personal opinions on Howie Roseman. He seems like a good man. But professionally, I want this person off my team so freaking bad. I'm so damn tired of him having resets I don't know another GM that has been given so many opportunities to clean up his own mistakes again and again and again, and with very middling results outside of one Super Bowl. So, for me personally, the best thing Howie Roseman could do is trade one of those first-round picks, because I want to prepare for the 2023 draft, because we need a QB, and I don't know, something tells me the Eagles aren't going to have a great record next season. And that's a good thing, because the worse we do, the higher we'll pick. And I want to get a QB. I want a QB. So honestly, 2022 season is a wash for me.
Spencer Rattler?
It's just
Spencer
vibe.
Rattler? Who? There's some
Hell
good
no.
quarterbacks.
I like this guy. I don't know if you may have heard him. His first name Bryce, last name Young.
Brycey, I think Bryce is going to stay another year.
I think he's coming out in the not this season, but I think he'll come out next season.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, right? John, give us your thoughts to end off this beautiful show, man.
in regards to quarterback position?
The draft.
No, the draft, brother.
You know what, Howard? They really do well. They really do well getting the mid to late guys. And I think if we continue with that trend this year, I think we'll be good. We have some
Yeah.
we have what six or seven of the top 80 picks. I'm like, that's crazy. So they really they gotta address everything in those middle rounds: safety, backup running back, guard, center, receiver, tight end. There's players all over the board that will be available that will fall right in our lap that I think will be potential.
I think it'll be
like Pro Bowlers.
I feel like it'll be a really interesting draft. Clearly our personnel side has maybe improved. I don't know. It's too early to say. We've only had one draft where I actually liked the pieces, and I think we got contributors at every single level. Unlike past drafts, it's not like the 2018 or the 2017 draft where pretty much every player that we drafted is gone now. We actually have some pieces that we can build around. Maybe I'm thinking 2019. Maybe I'm thinking not 2018 because I think maybe some of the 18 guys worked out for us. But at the end of the day, when Howie Roseman is running the show, you just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh because eventually it's gonna fuck up. Like the man cannot help himself. He will always regress to the mean. He will always regress to his worst instinct. Just like Carson. Gotta beat Carson. And no matter how much you want him to grow and change, and they swear up, left, right, and center, it's a new man, it's a new this, blah, blah, blah. Same old story. Same old story, different channel. And it is what it is. But you know what? The Eagles fans are the best fans in the world because of our loyalty and our ability to withstand BS. So even though we may have to deal with a little BS, it won't be for long, and hopefully brighter days will be ahead. And maybe this may be Howie Roseman's last season as the GM of the Philadelphia Eagles. I could only hope. All right. Well, guys, it was a wonderful back to basics show. Okay, we're here. Thank you, Amaze Labs, for partnering with us and making us the official Eagles podcast of the Pigskin Podcast Network. So excited. Okay. Yeah. Don't forget to download DraftKings Sportsbook app today and hit that promo code TPPN. Okay. Please make sure you subscribe and download to the podcast. We're streaming on Apple, Microphones, Podcast, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. Okay. At 3 Birds and a Punt. At 3 Birds and a Punt. Okay. This has been another excellent show with 3 Birds and a Punt. I'm tired. I'm ready to go. I'll see y'all next week. Go Birds.
And I'm up here watching the NBA slam dunk contest. Check that out, guys.
Check it out. It's nice.
Wow. Have a good one. Go Birds.
Go Birds.